Pain Warlock is actually one of the big winners from the latest patch, and right now you can definitely be hitting easy legend with this not so easy to get a hang of deck. So in this video I will give you a quick guide about Painlock, show you its mulligans, win rates, as well as some general tips for him, so you guys can have a better time climbing with and against this deck. So if you're serious about Hearthstone, drop a like and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget you can hire me for some Hearthstone coaching. Now let's check out the deck.
You are not prepared!
Here's the variant we used, and right now this is actually the best Warlock deck out there right now, including with the wheels and the sludge, so if you're planning on playing some of that Warlock class, Pain Warlock is actually the deck for you. The deck consists of a lot of self-damaging cards, and you have a decent amount of spells as well, and we also have a couple of the locations, so you can actually copy all of those cheated out minions. We're starting off with a couple of Flame Imps that are basically no-brainer inclusion in the deck. They deal nice damage to you, so you can discount your Imprisoned Horrors as well as your Molten Giants, and it also drops you low enough for Sheriff Barrel Brim, so you can actually start giving the opponent some negative tempo. A couple of frackings help you thin out the deck and actually find the important cards quicker, and we're also running a couple of Furnace Fuels in here, so you could get lucky with tons of card draw with the help of fracking, so you can actually destroy these. Couple of Spirit Bombs help you lower your health faster, again both for the Molten and for the Imprisoned, and you can be dealing with some opponent minions with it, so that can help a lot. Couple of Celestial Projectionists help you drop more 0 mana Imprisoned Horrors or Molten Giants, but you can also be smart about it and use it on doubling up your Cult Neophytes, or heck, even doubling up Ziliaxes if the board is actually that big. The Neophytes help you protect your big fat board super early against some board removals, and it's gonna be coming in clutch against Warlocks, against Warriors, basically against anything that revolves around clearing your boards with spells, so it's gonna work wonders even against things like Nature Shamans. A couple of Elemental Geos give you the discounts, and this only discounts your Imprisoned Horrors if you do it if you're taking the damage during your turn, so if the opponent actually trades this on their turn, you're not gonna be discounting the Imprisoned Horror with the Death Rattle. Couple of Forge of Wills in here, again, so you can copy the big man, and you can rush down some taunts like that. The Furnace Fuel is pretty nice to discard, and you either do that through the help of fracking or through the help a trolley problem. You just have to not play this as a quick draw, and this has to be your cheapest spell. So the worst thing that can happen is for you to actually have both your trolley problems and your furnace fuel at the same time. In that case, it's gonna be a 50-50 where this lands, and that can be a bummer. A couple of Malefic Rooks are pretty nice in this one, and quanting this as soon as turn 2 or playing it on turn 3 allows you to make some pretty nasty boards. Like, you can literally have a turn 2 Imprisoned Horrors like that. Actually, could you? Not really, it's gonna be 1 mana off, because the best... Well, actually you could. If turn 1 the opponent plays a minion and you Spirit Bomb it, turn 2 you coin out a Malefic Rook, and you can drop both the Imprisoned Horrors. That's literally turn 2, 15-16 damage on the board, so that's insane. Just don't get baited by Blood Treant. You're actually not damaging yourself while playing this. You're spending health instead, and apparently that's different in Blizzard's eyes, so that will indeed not discount your Imprisoned Horrors, which is definitely something that caught me a little bit off guard, but I guess I can get behind it now that I understand it a little bit better. We also have Popgar in here, and this can heal you back up from 10 health, which is where you usually want to be, so you can drop 0 mana giants. Yeah, you definitely could be playing this around turn 6, so you can actually use both the shots to heal back for 8, and that can get you out of range for some lethal outs for the opponent. Sheriff Barrel Brim is a pretty nice tempo minion. Like, you play this literally as soon as turn 3 you could be playing this. Like, if you gotta be honest, you can literally be at under 20 health on turn 1 if you play both your Blood Treants. But obviously you gotta spend 4 mana, so there's that. And the location he gives you actually puts the minions dormant for 3 turns, so that's insane. Like, that's literally deleting the minion for 3 turns. And that can be huge anti-tempo for the opponent. And you can use this 3 times, so it's actually kind of OP in this deck, not gonna lie. We also have a couple of Blood Treants. Like I said, they don't work with your Horror, but they do work on your Molten Giants, so that can help big time. And they also help you with the Sheriff, obviously. We also have Symphony of Sin. You could be using this as a finisher, like you have the 6 damage lifesteal in it, you have the 6 damage AoE, and you also have the 6 +6/+6 on it. So if you actually stuck a couple of Molten Giants on the board, those would be free options for you to be dealing 6 extra damage for potential lethal outs. But if you actually have some other minions on the board that are under 6 health, it's gonna be a 50-50 which one you get, because if you get the +6/+6, you're gonna be great, but if you get the 6 damage AoE, you've had to attack with the smaller minions first if you want to be sticking all of that damage. You can obviously use this to draw a bunch as well. It's pretty nice for you to lifesteal back some as well. And you could even luck out at drawing a minion and discounting it by 6, and the best thing you could be getting like that would be your, let's say, Ziliax, let's say your Popgar, maybe your Sheriff Barrel Brim, but it's really going to come down to the matchup and what you really need, so it's kind of anyone's guess what's going to happen. And it's really not something you should be picking, because obviously you have way too many cheap minions in here as well, so 0 mana Flame Imp, we actually had that one time, and yeah, we did indeed lose that game, but we were kind of desperate anyway. The Imprisoned Horrors are pretty nice. They're not demons, they're not anything, they're just 9 mana or more like 0 mana 5/5s, but they're definitely great for early game tempo boards. We also have Ziliax, which gets discounted, and you also run the Perfect module in here, so you can actually heal back from the 10 health threshold you need for the 0 mana Molten Giants. And you could be smart about how you play this, like you could drop the 0 Giants, and that discounts your Ziliax like that. You could even drop 2 Ziliaxes with the help of Celestial Projectionist if the board is flooded enough. But yeah, it's usually just a single Ziliax for 0 mana in most cases, because a lot of the times there are going to be plenty of minions on the board, at least on your half. And obviously we have a couple of Molten Giants at the end. They can be pretty powerful, super early drops for you. Like, literally it's possible for you to be dropping this around turn 3 if you're really lucky with the top decks, like turn 1 Flame Imp, turn 2 Coin Out Rook, turn 3 another Rook, maybe some Blood Treants, and you're almost dead at that point. So yeah, if you're under 10 health or 10 health, these guys drop down to 0, so that can be pretty huge. All around, that's it for the cards. The usual game plan with this deck is, depending on the opponent, you either want to get the early game tempo with a bunch of the smaller idiots, but if you're against control warriors, control warlocks and stuff like that, the game plan is again similar. Obviously you're still probably dropping the small idiots, but the big game plan against them is to drop super early Molten Giants and Imprisoned Horrors before they can actually have access to their big boy removal, and that can definitely help you close out those games, and that's the reason why warriors are actually favorable matchups for you. At least the Highlander warrior, I think this was a lot more favorable before. Right now it's a little bit iffy, maybe a lot of people are misplaying with the deck. Control warrior, I'm assuming that's going to be the Odin warrior. It's a little bit under 50, so I guess they have plenty of removal. Spell Token Hunter is supposed to be really hard for you, but we just won against one with ease, but maybe we just high rolled a little bit. Nature Shaman, I can see how it can be pretty problematic, because you dropping yourself down to 10 health, that's like, what, 3 spells, so very easy for them to kill you, unless you're smart about how you play your Cult Neophytes. But as you can see, the rest looks fair game. As for the Mulligan, here's what the stats show going first. You obviously want to be curving out nicely with your Flame Imp. Malefic Rook is amazing, the Geode is nice, and if you already have some of those damaging idiots, you can also consider keeping Imprisoned Horror, and maybe even the Molten Giant. But for the Molten Giant, you probably need to have a lot of damaging stuff, like at least a couple of big damagers like Flame Imp and Blood Treant kind of deal. Blood Treant is also definitely not bad to be dropping on turn 1. 5 health, 2/2 for 0 mana sounds good to me. Fracking is a little bit iffy, honestly. It's really not exactly what you want to be doing in the early turns, like you want to be building tempo. But apparently it's also something to consider. And yeah, for the rest, you are going to have a good reason to consider them. If you already have something like Furnace Fuel and Trolley Problem, you might actually keep them together in certain cases, and you might actually end up being very lucky with that. Like a turn 3, couple of free frees and draw a couple of cards, but in order for that to happen, you need to be not drawing your other cheap spells, so there's that. You don't have that many cheap spells, just the Fracking and the Spirit Bomb, but you can also unlock with a Trolley Problem as well, so there's that too. But on the coin, the combo with the Trolley Problem should be a lot more keepable, honestly. It's kind of still low, but a turn 2 Trolley Problem with a Furnace Fuel to go with it, I would definitely consider holding on to those two. But again, Flame Imps, the Giants, the Imprisoned Horrors, Ziliax, that's kind of weird, but I guess if you're against the board-centric matchup, it might make some sense. Malefic Rook and the Blood Treant are still huge. And Celestial Projectionist could be a pretty powerful play if you have a way to drop a quick Imprisoned Horror, so that's something you might want to consider as well. Elementium Geode still kind of nice, and depending on the matchup, Spirit Bomb might make the cut. You can also consider some Cult Neophyte, but in order to keep a tech card like this, you already need to have a pretty good curve going and a pretty good idea of when you want to be playing the Cult Neophyte against the particular opponent. Don't get baited by keeping Forge of Wills all that much, but I guess if you're going second, if you already have Malefic Rook or a way to drop Quick Imprisoned Horror, it might also be a consideration. That's gonna be it for the deck. It only has 4 legendaries. Ziliax is still counted as 2 legendaries. It's only 4. And yeah, it's not that expensive, it's not that cheap either, and it's far from your typical fundamental Hearthstone deck, so if you're up for the challenge, if you want to be climbing and actually having to think a little while smoking mindlessly, this might be the deck for you. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the guide. Now let's check out some of the games I had on my road to top 1000 legend with it. Hope you enjoy. Assuming the total is around 150 now. Let's do that then. Okay. Against the Death Knight. A lot of people are jamming Death Knights right now. Oh, they're actually explaining right now here at the bottom what this is. Mulligan stats versus Death Knight going first. It's kind of cool, I guess. Let's toss the others. See how that go. Okay, Fern Ass Fuel would have been nice with the trolley. Music a bit loud, in it? Alright. Some of that geode action going. Okay, that's a perfect turn 3 now, isn't it? This is also kind of fine, especially if this thing doesn't die, because it allows me to drop this man. Both these men, let's fucking go then. Joke's on you, I'm into that shit. Turn 3, by the way. What else would it be? After all, it's standard. 2020 bow. Can still play a Poison Idiot, deal with the 5-6, but it's not gonna be that hot for him. He's gonna go for a little bit of card draw instead. Alright. This is gonna cog block a potential... What is it gonna cog block actually? Crop rotation is not gonna do all that much. I'm gonna do this so he doesn't have a way to fuck me up. So let's go ahead and do this, do that, and drop this fool. Actually, if I do that and he has hero power plus the defile, whatever the hell it's called, he slaps into this, deals 2 damage. With this, it deals 3 damage. It's not enough to clear the rest of these idiots, so it's worth the risk. That's all he can do right now. Hero power into a 2 mana increased. 1 mana shit. It's not gonna be a full clear. Okay. Ain't doing shit, fam. G fucking G. That went swell now, wasn't it? Love to see it. How's it going, Golub? Welcome. God damn it, spending 750 mana in this economy. Imagine spending mana in your games, guys. Like, I literally dropped turn 3, 15, 16 on the board for free mana. And they asked me to spend 750 mana? Like, what is this, dude? Jesus. Against a rogue. Zilly rogue, nonetheless. That should be a bummer. I'm not gonna have a great way to kill it through the taunt unless I get Popgar, and that's assuming we're going for a turn 6 kind of play. This hand's kind of... I think it's a full toss. Like, why would Spirit Bomb be that high on the keep list? Maybe if I already have some of them 5/5s, but I have none of those, so toss it all. Okay, those are cards. Those are cards indeed. Well, if we get some of that Fern-ass fuel, that might work. Okay, he's getting his Zilly for next turn. Not next turn, but the turn after. Okay, there's the man. Guess I'll just do this. Next turn I drop this thing and that thing maybe. We'll see. Maybe with the coin it's gonna work out. I can see it working out. As long as he gives me a good target. That's a good target. Perfection. Perfection. We'll fucking do it again. I could do this and I get an extra 5/5. This thing lives though. I think I still kinda... Do I? I mean, I could just coin this thing out. I'll let his Kajamite live, I think. Yeah, sounds about right. Even if I top deck some of that Furnace Fuel, it's gonna be a 50-50 what it discards. Kinda dumb, kinda dumb. I might just straight up coin out Symphony next turn, we'll see how it feels. So this guy's not even Zilly-Rogue, he's straight up Excavate nonsense. Fuck. Sadly, I'm too healthy for this man's. I think I'll Hero Parent coin out a trolley.
I must act.
Sounds decent to me. We do have plenty of potential lethal outs next turn with some of that Symphony if this board sticks, but it probably won't.
This treasure ain't fit for our pirates.
Well, it did stick. But at what cost? Let's check some of this nonsense then. Draw 6 cards, doesn't really do all that much for me. I mean, it is the best out of these. I don't care about removing his shit, and God knows I'm not dealing 6 damage, so let's just grab a bunch of those. This and that is going face. Second play is not to burn. Oh, this man's already discounted, right? Hey, thank you very much for the Prime, Echo SMB. How are you doing, lad? Welcome, welcome, you fresh legend, you. He's gonna gain 8 armor, get the taunt. Thanks, I guess. Well, that was fun for half the parties involved in this game. Fun indeed. Thank you very much, Muck Raid, for the follow as well. Okay, so you're telling me on turn 2 I could be at 17 health? That's kinda hot. That's kinda cool. Say less, fam. Let's fucking do it. Turn 2, 17 health. Don't threaten me with a good time. Oh boy. So, sadly it's gonna be one off getting played next turn. This thing is gonna slap me for 5 only. Wouldn't mind top decking the trolley problem right now. Thanks, game. I'm not gonna play it straight up though. I'm gonna do this first. So next turn we're able to draw a bunch with the furnace, unless we top deck some crap like that. But if that's the case, we're just gonna play the one-man idiot. Pip pip hooray. Did that just copy a 1-1? That's been miserable. There you fucking go. Dart a blow. Next turn, that's gonna blow for him. Alright. That's pretty good, Black Mercy. I literally just coached the dude that was also like a month into the game on Diamond 2, and we managed to smash some pretty easy legend with him. I think he's in the stream right now too. Okay. If I hero power and drop both of these for 0, that's still gonna be free mana. I don't think there's a way for me to cheat him out much more than that, though.
I'm wasting time.
Should I just hero power, maybe play fracking after that? Or should I fracking first? Go hero power. Out of these. Kind of like the Celestial Projectionist. Okay, next turn we should be able to drop some Zilly action. He still hasn't straight up drawn Zarimi. He could have top decked it, but you don't see the value on cut. You haven't been paying attention. Yes, Zarimi Priest right now is hell of a good deck, honestly. It's probably the best out of the three listed there. And if you know how to play as Zarimi, you should be cruising. And Zarimi is not your typical Hearthstone fundamental deck either, so congrats on climbing with it. Definitely takes a little bit extra to be able to handle that one. Cyrano. Okay, baby. Don't threaten my Ziliax with a good time. Oh, speaking of good time, let's fucking go. If I clap myself with this man, I can drop this for 0, play this for extra 0, and play this for 0.
I must act.
I'll do it. Do I have enough room? I don't have enough room. Should I just hero power then?
Could it be?
Yeah, let's just step it up.
We've created a temporal anomaly.
I think I'll make some of these trades. If he has straight up Zarimi, I might find myself in danger, whereas if I do this, I don't think he ever wins this game anymore. Like, he doesn't have a way to deal with these men unless he's straight up running deal 4 damage. For 0 mana, I don't think there's a hand that saves this guy. GG. Mana float. Don't threaten me with a good time.
All shall tremble.
Kind of like trolley problems straight up with some card draw. Should be able to find some of that. Furnace fuel action. Well, these two going together is pretty shit, because now they can counter cog block each other like that. Pretty dumb stuff. Some of that card draw action.
Shiny, my shiny.
Okay. If I pick this, we're actually gonna be overdrawing here, but I'm obviously picking this.
I can't have more cards than this.
Can't really play this, we're gonna overdraw big time. Let's see if we can find some other means of transportation. I guess this makes some sense. Well, the trolley prowlers became very useless very fast now, didn't they? Guess straight up holding a trolley problem could do that to a man. Okay, this man's active. I can see myself dormanting his crap right now. Denies him the death rattle. Denies him the bounce. Come down. That's a coin like that. Okay, next turn this guy goes down to 0 easily. Can drop a couple of them, at least. And we're left over with a couple of mana. Ooh. Let's go ahead and see what this man has to draw first. That thing. Even if I play it, these guys are still unplayable, so I'll go with the other game plan for now.
Created a temporal anomaly.
Alright. Let's see it, partner. We have Popgar for some emergency healage if we need it. Well, well, well. Let the bigger bullshitter win, I guess.
The whispers.
That's pretty mediocre for him. Best he can get is a 6/6 maybe. And he does. That's his test.
The whispers.
He'll fucking do it again. This time it's not gonna be a 6/6 though. Is it gonna be a 0/7? 4/5. What's a 4/5 even? More passion. More energy. Passion. Six damage AoE out of this thing allows me to actually drop some of that. Both of the giants, I'll be at 9 health. I could dormant his Zilly. Rush down a 6/6? No.
Wasting time.
I mean, he's full health. I can dormant the 6/6 instead.
Could it be?
See what this thing draws me. It also discounts the giants. Location would have been hot. This fully discounts the giants.
My time comes to an end.
That's about it. Couldn't afford to let him have damage against me right now, could I? How's it going, Sibo? Let's get some of that party mode, shall we? I can straight up be dead on this health total. I can be bitch be gone right now. We have 29 damage showing with several different ways of getting lethal out of this. And shit. Well, our 5-2s are gonna be clapping. So much for those lethal outs anymore. Wow, shadow stats too. I'm the lowest health enemy, yo. Was the lowest health enemy. I'll go like this. I think I'll still copy myself a giant.
We've created a temporal anomaly.
This guy's gonna clap that guy. Just like that, and we just heal for 4 here. It's just crazy enough to work, I think. Welcome to the stream, Sebo. Thank you for the follow. Party mode first, follow second, as one does. That's not super cash money for him right now. It does heal him back to full, and leaves me with 27 damage, so again, several different lethals. The fuck? That doesn't do what you think it does. Is he gonna find 0 mana, 1 damage? That's what he wants.
Time's ticking.
A 0 mana AoE would be amazeballs for him too. Yeah, shit. Okay, 21 showing, Symphony of Sin is something to write home about, you know? I have a feeling it's gonna be +6/+6. No, I have a feeling it's gonna be 6 damage AoE, honestly. Wait, isn't it? It's almost lethal as is with the Barrel of Sludge already. Oh, what am I mean, no, it's 22 damage. I'll attack with these first and see what this has to say for itself. You fucking dick, it gave me the +6. Okay, that was a game. We could have also dormanted the 2/6, but we didn't need to, because he's the lowest health enemy anyway. We brought the pain and pain luck. And pain itself. We painted a picture. That's the Warlock, yo. No way out. I mean, you can just create a new account, can't you, Potato? That should be able to reset ya. Against the fellow Warlock connoisseur, huh? This could work out. Let's see. Double giants. Turn 2, it's a tap unless we top deck Geode. Doesn't do shit. Let's see it. Okay, trolley problem. Furnace fuel when, Liz? External location might be an okay thing to be doing, nothing to write home about. He's Wheel Warlock. Should be pretty happy against those. There you fucking go, but that's dumb. I'll actually just tempo it now so I don't conflict with the other one later. For some reason I thought it was the furnace fuel, but it's the other way around. I might just tap next turn if nothing better presents itself. Furnace fuel would be hella good. Forge of Wolves this early, it's really not doing all that much for me. So you're gonna location. He is gonna location. The nerve of this guy. Okay, that gets me closer to my goals. That gets me closer to my goals, real freaking nice.
We've created a temporal anomaly.
Okay. With a hero power, I can drop both these fools next turn for 1 mana. If I top deck a Flame Imp or a Spirit Bomb, I can also drop them with a location then. Table Slap, acceptable. Fern Ass Fuel. Too little, too late. Gotta drop a couple of aids, don't I? He could coin out his Loken right now with location active. We have this fool, but we're still losing a perfectly good 8/8 for no reason. Think I'll try to high roll him. Didn't get any of the good stuff, but this postpones him with a turn. Now he can't coin out the Loki. If he had one, and he kinda looks like he does. Next turn I can drop this, both of these and that. Dark Ally bullshit is not great for me. It's not that bad either though. Denied. 32 damage showing, nothing a Siphon Sausage can't fix. If he just temples out Loken right now, it's not that big a deal for me, because I can just jail it. I'll just have to make a little bit of room for that, killing a 3/3 first. So potentially denying him that Loken last turn was hella fine. Without his location, it's kind of don't do anything, and we're actually threatening lethals right now. No way out. You got that right, fam. Come on, fellow lock.
Almost out of time.
Enough of this tomfoolery. Yeah, but not for you. The file deals a bunch. Endgame was kind of important for him there. I don't want to be tapping anymore, you know? If I tap, I'm dead to Symphony of Sin. He He does have the coin for next turn, can't really Reno or anything like that.
I must act.
I'm not that great at representing lethal right now though, so I don't know about that. Elemental Geode drops me down potentially to 4 health. I mean, if he doesn't have 6 damage, it doesn't matter, so 4 is kind of whatever. I need more stuff. Well, that's extra dude for 0. But we're definitely dead a symphony if he has one.
My time comes to an end.
Let's see a DJ. 2 out of 7 options help him on the symphony if he has one. Shit. Please don't. I don't think he did. Yikes, boy. That must suck. Yeah, it's far from it. It's a tricky deck. 6/6 stun doesn't do shit. 6 damage AoE. Obviously would have killed me by now. I mean, Dorman, GG. Okay, pretty happy he didn't find the thing. Still dead, bud. Still dead. Oh, he didn't even manage to rush. That sucks. But he was dead regardless if he did it or not. We had exactly 11 showing. Okay, that was a clutchy game, and we had to luck out at the end now, didn't we? Had to get a little bit of that lexical. Okay, let's get under 1 foul with this, shall we? Ain't gonna get there itself. Yes, the Hunter. That's not great. Hunter, it's like playing multiplayer for them. We both want to slap myself in the face. Okay, I like that trolley. Turn 2 trolley, it seems, so cult not that hot. I'm looking for a turn 1. Something like a flame imp or such. Spirit bomb, not exactly, but if he plays something, I'm just gonna bomb it. And this thing gets discounted, so I can't say no to that. Well, the Forge really wanted to be involved. Okay, gives me a 2/2 dog to clap on. Please don't top deck a spell. Nice. Going down to 5, going down to 15. This thing goes down to 0. It's just crazy enough to work, man. You can check out my new top 5, it's OBS. But Spell Token Hunter is definitely at the top. Painlock is great. Demon Hunter is still up there. Okay. Yeah, sure thing, man. Go get him. Might give you guys another top 5 tomorrow with things getting a little bit more clear now. But right now, the current top 5 is still adequate. Is he gonna go with a bunch of dogs? Doesn't. passion, full of energy. That ember. We're gonna have 15 damage showing for next turn, so that's still 5 off lethal. If I kill this 1-1 with a Spirit Bomb, dropping myself down to 11, some of them kill commands could fuck me up, dude. I'm gonna rip this dog there. Feels a little bit stupid, not gonna lie, but we're not gonna win through a little, we're gonna win through a lot, I think, so. Let's check this.
We've created a temporal anomaly.
If I Spirit Bomb this, there's no way we die. Or is there? There actually is. Ball of Spiders, kill command, location, and this landing on the 2-1 and in my face. Kinda outlandish stuff though. Okay, that way it could even be bigger. But it ain't. Okay. Figured it out. Cool! Yeah, we really curved out here, didn't we? None of the 8 mana 0 giants, but 0 mana 8/8 giants that is, but you get it, you get it. Okay, Painlock is definitely cracked, guys. Don't sleep on this bullshitty deck right now. Definitely pretty strong. Let me make a quick guide about it while we're still at it. Yeah, guide itself.